Why does a stock go up? Why does gold rise? Why does Bitcoin suddenly explode higher? Why do markets crash without warning? Most beginners think the answer is complicated. They search for complex formulas, secret algorithms, and hidden news. They believe the market is a chaotic machine that only the elite can understand, but they are looking in the wrong place. The truth is surprisingly simple. Behind every market move, every massive rally, and every terrifying crash, there is one powerful force. A force that has governed human trade for thousands of years: supply and demand. If you understand this concept at its core, you will begin to see the market differently than 99% of people. You will stop seeing random lines and start seeing the energy of human desire. Today, in episode 3 of our 30-day journey to mastery, we are going to simplify one of the most important principles in all of investing. This is the law of value. This is the secret force. Let's start with a story to make this clear. Imagine you have the latest, most advanced smartphone. It is rare, it is beautiful, and everyone in your city wants it. It represents the ultimate status symbol. But there is a catch. Only 10 phones are available in your entire city, just 10 units for a city of thousands. Scarcity has been established. The supply is fixed and extremely low. Now imagine 100 people want to buy those 10 phones. What happens next is the heart of the market. People start competing. They start bidding against each other for the right to own one. Some offer the retail price, others offer more, some offer double. The price rises rapidly. Why? Because demand is significantly greater than supply. Desperate buyers drive the value into the stratosphere. Now imagine the opposite. 1,000 phones are available. The warehouse is full, but only 10 people want them. The shelves are overflowing, but the interest has died. Scarcity has vanished. What happens to the price then? Sellers start to worry. They have too much inventory and not enough buyers. They lower prices. They become desperate to attract even a single sale. The price crashes. That is supply and demand. This simple principle controls almost every market on Earth. It is the invisible hand that determines what things are worth. It is the fundamental law of all value. Now let's apply this to the stock market. Imagine a company announces record profits. They have discovered a new way to create value. They are the talk of the town. Investors become excited. Thousands of people want to buy shares at the same time. Demand increases, but the number of shares available for sale is limited. The competition for ownership begins on the trading floor. As buyers compete for whatever shares are left, the stock price rises. This is the mechanics of a bull run. High desire meeting a restricted supply. The chart reflects this victory. Now imagine the company reports terrible results. Investors become worried. Panic sets in. Everyone wants to sell their shares at once to avoid further loss. The sentiment shifts from greed to fear. Suddenly, supply increases massively while demand decreases to zero. The stock price falls. Every chart you see is just a visual story of this constant, brutal fight between the bulls and the bears. The market is a battlefield. On one side are the buyers, trying to push the value up. On the other are the sellers, trying to cash out. Every second of every trading day, they are at war. When buyers are stronger, prices rise. When sellers win, prices fall. The chart records the result. Every candle tells a story of who won during that specific period. You must learn to read the winner. Professional traders spend years learning how to read this battle. If you understand who is gaining control, you can make much better decisions. You stop guessing and start calculating the probabilities. Most traders spend years learning order flow and market depth. You're learning the core in minutes. Understanding who is gaining control is your ultimate edge. Stick with me, and we will master this battlefield. Why does news move prices? Because news changes supply and demand perception. It changes the desire of the market participants instantly. A single headline can trigger a massive shift in the balance. But remember, the news itself is just an event. The reaction of buyers and sellers is what actually moves the price. If the news is bad but price goes up, the demand is stronger than the fear. Market moves are psychological. News triggers the psychology that changes the balance of supply and demand. Perception is reality here. To be successful, you must learn to read the reaction, not the news. The biggest mistake beginners make is buying because everyone else is buying. They see excitement in headlines. They rush in emotionally when the demand is already at its peak and starting to exhaust. They follow the crowd into the trap. They buy high when there are no buyers left to push the price further. Intelligent investors seek clarity instead. They wait for the imbalance to favor them. Who is buying? Who is selling? Is there still room for demand to grow? Or are the sellers already preparing to take control? Clarity is wealth, intelligence over emotion. That is the wealth entertainment way. Professional traders look for unbalanced supply and demand. They search for signs. They study volume. Volume is the market fuel. High volume validates the move. Low volume means the move is a lie. Their goal is probabilities. If demand is high and supply is low, the probability of a rise is high. Supply and demand is their most powerful statistical tool. They trade the edge, not the hope. From today onward, stop looking at charts as random lines. Stop looking at chaos. Instead, ask yourself simple, profound questions. Train your brain to see the battle lines of supply and demand. Are buyers stronger? Where is demand increasing? When you start asking these, you think like a market participant instead of a spectator. You move from the sidelines into the arena of freedom. Let's look at history. The tulip mania of the 1,630 seconds. A single bulb was worth more than a house. Why? Massive demand and restricted supply. People lost their sanity to the force of the market. But once demand was exhausted, supply flooded the market as everyone tried to sell at once. The price crashed. History repeats because the law of supply and demand never changes. Fear and greed are eternal. Look at Bitcoin in 2020. Demand skyrocketed while supply on exchanges hit record lows. When supply dries up, prices go vertical. Scarcity is power. Institutions lock the supply away. When big players lock away the supply, even a small increase in demand creates explosive moves. This is the digital age law. Scarcity is the engine of vertical growth. Master the scarcity, master the profit. Successful traders identify demand zones, floors where buyers are waiting. These are high probability areas where the invisible hand steps in to support the price. Find the floor, find the entry. Supply zones are ceilings where sellers have historically dominated. Respect these levels or the market will crush you. Don't buy at the ceiling. Wait for the breakout or the reversal. Watch the zones. The market rewards those who have the patience to wait for the perfect supply and demand imbalance. Discipline is the bridge. Don't chase. Let the market come to your levels. Patience is a form of wealth. Supply and demand gives you a statistical edge. You aren't guessing. You are reading the battle. You are interpreting the flow of energy. Mastery comes from understanding this invisible force. Wealth Entertainment 21. Being a serious investor means removing emotion. It means respecting the market law above your opinion. The market is always right. Be humble. Listen. The price is the only truth you need. This is episode 3. You are building the foundation of your journey. Master this force, and you master your future. Financial freedom is coming for those who are prepared. Step by step, we reach the goal. Every market cycle is driven by the core human emotions of fear and greed. These emotions are what ultimately fuel supply and demand shifts. Greed drives demand up. Fear floods the market with supply. Master your emotions. When greed takes over, demand reaches vertical levels. People buy at any price, thinking it will never go down. This is the most dangerous time. This is when the supply is depleted and the reversal is near. When fear hits, supply floods the market as everyone rushes for the exit. Demand vanishes instantly. The crash is the mathematical result of this imbalance. Clarity is your only weapon against the storm. Stay calm. Volume analysis is the key to confirming supply and demand. High volume validates the move. Low volume means the move is a lie. Follow the fuel. Volume is the only truth in a world of headlines. Watch the bars. Big institutions move the market with massive orders. Supply and demand allows you to track their footprints. Don't fight the giants, swim with them. Intelligence wins the day. Be the shark, not the prey. Wealth Entertainment. Success in trading is a marathon, not a sprint. Consistency is built on a foundation of sound principles like supply and demand. Stay the course and achieve greatness. The law will guide you to the top. Keep climbing. This is your path to total financial freedom. Every episode of this 30-day journey builds another layer of your fortress. Episode 3 is your cornerstone. Master it today and own your future. Freedom is earned. Today's challenge: open any stock chart. Find the last 10 large moves. For each move, ask, where did demand start? Where did supply end? Research. Train your eyes to see the invisible hand clearly today. Train your eyes to recognize the battle. This exercise will help you understand markets faster than any beginner. See the hand, understand the flow, be the master of your eyes. Knowledge is vision. Look closer. Today you learned the force that drives every market on Earth. Tomorrow we dive into candlestick charts and the battle in every candle. Lesson 4 is coming. Master the force of the market today. Be ready for the next level. Subscribe to Wealth Entertainment 21. Follow me at Sayed.growth on Instagram. Knowledge, patience, and discipline. This is your path. This is your edge. Your journey to freedom continues tomorrow. Wealth Entertainment 21, your partner. The invisible hand is always at work. It balances price and value through the constant struggle of buyers and sellers. Learn to see the invisible. Truth is in the flow. Look beyond the noise. The hand never lies. Listen. Thank you for watching this Episode 3 Masterclass. Your journey to mastery has just begun. Remember the law. I'll see you tomorrow. Lesson complete. Master the force today. Financial freedom awaits you. Wealth Entertainment 21. Goodbye.